Ring Doorbell needs no introduction as it provides an extra layer of security for your property, whether you're at home or away. The key thing to note with Ring is that there are different services and products. Do make sure to pick the one that best serves you. With that said, let's take a look at the Ring Doorbell Plus and Chime. This is how the Ring Doorbell and Chime was packaged when it was delivered to me. And I have to say, it was quite light and well packaged. This is the box that the Ring Doorbell came in. As you can see, yeah, pretty compact. Yeah, like it. And the other thing to note is just here at the top, just make sure that yours is sealed. Okay, with that out of the way, time to get inside and see what we have inside the box. Once you score the top and you open the box, this is what it will look like from a headshot. Deep at the bottom right here was this box, and when you open it, you should get what looks like an adapter, followed by this blue piece of equipment here, and that's definitely the ring screwdriver. Deep down in the middle section, you do have this USB charging cable. Next we have these two envelopes here, what appears to be nails inside, so they're labeled A, B, C and D. Pulling this part out from the middle section of the box, when you unfold it, you should get this bracket. And last but not least, and the star of the show, is the doorbell itself, and it's probably bigger than I imagined. You can see it pretty much fits the whole of my hand. What I will do is remove the top cover a little later. Here is the rear of the doorbell, and again, it is a big boy for sure, and yeah, definitely has some weight to it. But good thing is you won't be carrying it, it will be stuck on the front of your door. And if we look at the bottom here, some very important information, so which screws to use and which screws not to use. That is very important, so do take note of that. And the other thing I want to highlight as well, so if we put the ringer, look at that, next to the Chime itself, so you can get an idea of the size of this doorbell. One thing to keep in mind, and that is that you do get a 30-day pay protect period, meaning your recordings will be saved. Once the free period is up, then to continue having your recordings saved, you will need to pay a monthly subscription of about $4 a month or $40 annual lump sum payment up until the time of publishing this video. They do have a few plans available to choose from. Just a quick recap, this is everything that was inside the box. So you got the nails, you got the USB charging cable, screwdriver, this is the bracket. Again, you can see it better now, so you got it, you can use it slightly different angles. Really good. And of course you've got the Chime, and the beauty with this one, and I like it as well, is depending where you are in the world. So if you're in the UK or somewhere in the Caribbean, this will be perfect. And if you're not, you can always use the 2-pin plug. So if you're in the States and so forth, Brazil, so forth, yeah, so very adaptable, and really good that they provided it. And obviously the star of the show, woo, this is a big boy. I have to say, I thought it'd be actually smaller than this, but yeah, so hopefully you can get an idea of what it's like. And yeah, on the side there, on the top, yeah, looking forward to setting this up. And of course, last but not least, you've got the safety information, and it is in different languages. Of course, there is one more thing to show you with the doorbell, and that's at the bottom here. So as the arrow indicates, if we just push like so, shouldn't require much force, just like that, peels that back out, and then just here, get the lights on it, look at that, it does say push. So if I just push down, so push down and out comes the battery. So again, there's just some information on there. So it says charge before use, and that looks like it's in different languages. Again, pretty simple. And that is the battery, and this will explain why the doorbell is heavy, because it is the battery itself that weighs quite a bit. The instructions suggest charging the battery for up to 12 hours. It took 7 hours for mine to charge fully, and up to the publication of this video, that's what, almost 3 months, the battery has not been changed or charged, and it still stands at around 80% with minimal use. With minimal use, the battery should last about 5 months without charging or changing. Regardless, I would recommend purchasing an extra battery pack as backup. You can monitor the battery level of the doorbell via the app, and you will be notified when the battery level is low. Before going away, do make sure there is enough juice in the battery. What I've done is emptied out the contents in one of the envelopes so you can see. So if I turn over here, so in envelope A, you'll find these 5 screws and the 5 inlets. Pretty simple. And then in envelope B, you will find these 2 screws. At this precise moment, I'm not sure what they're for, but I have a very good idea what they could be for. So if you look here at the bottom of the doorbell, do you have space there? And I strongly believe that it goes in there. Very important to lock that up, otherwise someone could just come along and take out the battery. During the installation process, I lost a couple of the tiny screws, especially securing the battery at the bottom of the Ring doorbell. So I would recommend purchasing spare screws, especially when you change the battery. And to be fair, they are very cheap on Amazon. There is also the possibility of installing a solar powered battery, but that may be for another video. In envelope C, you do have the following items on the left, such as the 3 inlets, plus the 3 long screws, and a further 5 really short screws. And in envelope D, you do have the 2 caps and 2 connectors, especially if you're not going to be using the battery and you're going to be connecting it to an existing system. To set up the app, you will need to scan the QR code for the doorbell and the chime. There are also some really nice features within the app, such as a choice of about 30 different chimes. You can also check the battery level and the status of the chime. You can also add color to enhance the night vision. And you do get regular new features. In addition, you can also set up activity zones, which is useful, but do remember to check with your neighbors if you have any, so as not to invade their privacy. Once the device was set up, which was easy, and I used the battery supplied, it was time to put the Ring doorbell to the test. The first thing was to test it during the day, and you will see me doing that. And when I checked the app later, there I was in full glory. And I do like the color quality, which is at 1535p, and the fact that camera angle catches me from head to toe. I also tested it at night, and again it picked me up pretty well, and I can assure you it was in total darkness, so the camera did a great job picking me out with the night vision. There is an option in the app that enhances the night vision with color, which is worth checking out. Price-wise, I picked up the Ring doorbell and chime together for around $115 back at the beginning of December 2023, which was a real bargain. And at the time, Amazon were also selling it for around $170, so it was a no-brainer. I've tested my Ring doorbell not just whilst I was at home or a few miles away from home, but from 6,000 miles away in another country, and everything was working fine. It did feel surreal being that far away from home, and I was getting notifications in real time. Plus, I was able to converse with people at the door as if I was at home. Now, how many people can say that they have tested their Ring doorbell from such a distance? So look, here I am in my apartment in Brazil, and I can see what's going on my Ring doorbell back at home. How cool is that? The caveat here is you do need to leave your Wi-Fi on at all times. Otherwise, you will not be able to tune into your Ring doorbell whilst you're away, regardless of the distance. I also like how you can set the doorbell to pick up motion, which is separate to when someone rings the doorbell. When this happens, the chime inside your property will sound. If you set up the app, you'll also get like a tubular bell sound on your phone. So you know someone is at your property if they do not ring the bell. This is really useful if you're asleep or you have a delivery, say from Amazon. who do not always ring the doorbell when they deliver.
If you're enjoying this video, then subscribe to the channel below would be hot. And it is free to do, as my analytics are showing less than 2% of you are subscribed to the channel.
Also, let's get this channel to where it rightly deserves at over 1,000 subscribers pretty soon, because it does take a lot of time, effort, and not to talk of the money spent bringing these high quality videos to you. I also like the two-way talk system, so you can communicate with whoever is at the door in real time from anywhere in the world, which is impressive, as I have tested.
Just to note, now and again, the Ring doorbell does go missing in action for no reason whatsoever. Even with the Wi-Fi fully working, as I mentioned, I leave my Wi-Fi on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When it happened to me, I thought I was going mad because Post and Junk Mail was still being delivered to my house whilst I was at home. The chime did not sound and no notification appeared on my phone, which defeats the object of the Ring doorbell. I also reached out to family and friends, and they also confirmed their Ring doorbell also goes missing in action from time to time. If someone from Ring is watching this video, you have a glitch that needs resolving, especially when we are paying for the service. This is another reason why I like to take my time with my reviews, so I can highlight any shortcomings, rather than rush to make a review within a week of purchasing the product just to get views. I took almost 3 months in this case, testing out the Ring Doorbell Plus and Chime.
Now here's a tip from Solar Tech. If you want better color night footage, what you can do is purchase solar powered lights, which are inexpensive. Install them close to the doorbell camera and you will get better color night footage. Do make sure the solar powered lights can detect motion and automatically turn off after a period of inactivity. Also, with the solar powered lights, it will help anyone identify the doorbell very quickly. I have a work colleague who gave me this idea and I was impressed with their color footage based on using the solar powered lights.
Overall, it is a really good product packed with features within the app. You can get it for a really good price, like I did. Although there is a monthly subscription fee if you want to continue saving your recordings after the 30 days. It does give you added security whether you're at home or away. As mentioned earlier, it does go AWOL at times, which may be at a critical stage, thus leaving you worried about your property. It certainly acts as a deterrent for any would-be burglar